Hi, welcome to the KaiNexus Continuous Improvement webinar. I'm Mark Graban, a senior advisor with KaiNexus, and today we're doing a preview of the next webinar in our Continuous Improvement webinar series. It's titled Driving a Culture of Accountability, Transforming Patient Safety with KaiNexus. It's going to be presented April 15th at 1 o'clock Eastern. You can look in the show notes for a registration link, or you can go to kainexus.com/webinars. We're going to have three presenters on the 15th from Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center. They are Leanne Teague, the Senior Director of Performance Improvement, Dr. Christopher Thomas, who is their Chief Quality Officer, and also the third presenter, we are joined today here on the preview by Lindsey Booty. She's the Supervisor of Performance Improvement. So Lindsey, thanks for joining us here today. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, thank you for being here. Thanks for doing the preview. Maybe first off, if you could tell everyone a little bit about your Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center, the health system, and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so our hospital, Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center, as you referenced, is out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And we are the flagship hospital, a 800-bed level 1 trauma center, academic medical center for Franciscan missionaries of Our Lady Health System, which is a health system in Louisiana and into Mississippi. We have been using KaiNexus since early 2016. So it's been quite a journey, and we've been able to grow together, our team and the platform, and done some really cool stuff when it comes to patient safety.
Yeah, well, thank you, for being a long-term customer, and thank you for, you and your other colleagues who have come and participated in the KaiNexicon user conference, and we appreciate all of the sharing and collaboration and the input that you've given to us here at KaiNexus. So the topic here on accountability and patient safety, I think is a topic that's really transferable to people working in other industries, even though you're going to be sharing about what you're doing in healthcare. So I'll give kind of an encouragement to people who are watching or listening who don't work in healthcare. Please tune in. I think there's a lot to learn from the story here. But could you give us a bit of an overview of what you plan on presenting yourself and the others?
Absolutely. So we have had a culture of high reliability in our organization. And so we have been on a journey towards zero harm for quite some time. We have been doing patient safety rounds once a week. We travel to different units in the hospital for years. And the way that we do that is to go to where the work is done and speak with the frontline. And we bring administration, Dr. Thomas and Leanne Teague, who will be on the call with us, go every week. But what we struggled with was we would hear, the team would be very candid with us. They would tell us exactly what their concerns were for their own safety and for our patient safety. And we would take good notes. We would attempt to follow up via email. But we struggled with the loop closure. And we struggled with really making sure that the next time we visited those areas and we asked them what was top of mind and what kept them up at night, that we wouldn't hear the same answer and the same concerns. So we look to KaiNexus, as we often do, and we're able to utilize some of their weighted scoring to really be able to incorporate the Joint Commission's SAFER matrix in helping us to drive accountability, drive transparency throughout the system, and get some of those items completed in a timely fashion for our patients, right?
And those are, I think, as I promised, those sound like pretty universal themes and challenges for organizations that are focusing on continuous improvement or lean management. How do we engage people? How do we focus on employee safety? Patient safety, or for manufacturers that might relate to product quality and the impact on customers. So I think the elements of what you're doing around leadership and the culture, there'll be a lot of great lessons for everybody, especially for people in healthcare. Maybe just one other question for you, Lindsey. when you talk about technology, like, the emphasis of our webinars usually is not about our product. I appreciate you incorporating that story, but I'd love to hear your thoughts as we often talk about at KaiNexus of kind of the three pillars of having an improvement methodology, leadership behaviors, and a supporting technology. Yeah, how would you summarize the three of those fitting together?
Yeah, the three of those fitting together are crucial in our organization. So we set the foundation, our department sets the foundation for our leaders. When a leader comes in our organization, we make sure that they come through our trainings so that we level set, everybody gets the same methodologies that we use. We use change acceleration and lean. And so we make sure that all of our leaders are ready to go, usually within the first 6 months of being here. And that really sets the stage for everything that we layer on as we work together, all to go in the same direction towards whatever the outcome is that we're seeking for our patients and for our community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you in advance for doing the webinar. I'm looking forward to it. April 15th, 1 o'clock Eastern. You can register and participate live. If you register in advance and you can't join us at that time, you'll get the recording. And if you're watching or listening to this preview after April 15th, the recording of the webinar will be available on our YouTube channel and our podcast feed. So we encourage you to check that out, and we'd love to hear your comments about how what you're looking forward to, and how you can apply these practices regardless of your industry. So again, the webinar is Driving a Culture of Accountability, Transforming Patient Safety with KaiNexus. You can go to kainexus.com/webinars to register. So Lindsey, again, thank you to you and your colleagues for doing the webinar. It's going to be, I'm looking at the letters after everybody's name. We've got you as a nurse. We have a physician. We have Leanne with a MBA and Six Sigma Black Belt and PMP. Great combination of backgrounds and perspectives. So again, thank you in advance, and thanks for doing the preview today.
Of course, we're excited to share.
Yeah, thanks.